Well, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome back to the Expert Podcast. I am your host, Charles Watson, and thanks for joining us today. Guys, today I want to talk about Instagram, and I want to talk about a social strategy that Instagram has been testing out in other countries since April, and they are finally bringing it here to the U.S., and they have started this week in the United States, and that is that Instagram will begin hiding total like counts for U.S. users. So this is big news in the social media world, and in April, we warned that Instagram was rolling this out in countries like Australia, Brazil, the Netherlands, Italy, and Japan. And this week, it was confirmed that they are starting to do this here in the United States. So on Friday, November 8th, Instagram chief Adam Mosseri announced that the platform will be extending its test of hiding total like counts for users in the United States. I apologize if I destroyed his name. I probably did. It happens. No big deal. So guys, let's talk about it. So they announced that they're not going to start with the whole United States at once, but just some of us. And if you hop on Instagram, you could see that the big influencers that you probably follow, they already have this on their Instagram. So I checked out Gary Vaynerchuk's Instagram this morning, and his total like counts are now hidden, but my total like counts on Expert Influencer Academy you could still see. So it looks like they're just hitting out the big time influencers here, and for now to test it out. But this will be a feature that they are rolling out for all users for Instagram, and then I'm pretty sure that they're going to carry this over into Facebook. Remember, Facebook owns Instagram and WhatsApp, and you could sure as heck guarantee that once the testing is done on Instagram, they're going to go ahead and roll it out to the other features. So guys, Instagram's hidden like count test has sparked much debate in the social media industry, with some people seeing it as a win, and other people seeing it kind of as just a way of them cracking down, and not so much of a win, but some confusion. It says here that Instagram's hidden like count test has sparked much debate in the social media industry, with some seeing it as a major win for platform health and others questioning the impacts it will have on engagement, influencer marketing, and etc. And guys, this is why they're doing it. I've been warning about this. Nobody has come out and said this just yet, but in the trends that I've been noticing, they're doing it, number one, because of what they're calling health. You know, they're calling it online health, platform health. You know, recently it's been brought to light that social media and the pressures of social media and the pressures to keep up with the Joneses has really put a strain, especially on the younger generation. The Generation Z, I believe, is who they're called, because the millennials are pretty much all grown up. So it's pretty much Generation Z now. And we're also seeing high suicide rates. If you look through social media, if you scroll through the news, you will see that, you know, there is suicide rates for people, I think they're from the ages of 7 to 19, are at an all-time high. And a lot of people are thinking that it's because of social media, cyberbullying, getting bullied on these social media platforms, the pressure of trying to keep up with the Joneses, et cetera, et cetera. So Instagram, and they even say it in this article posted by Social Media Today, is they're hoping that by getting rid of the like counts, it kind of minimizes the competition that social media kind of provides, keeping up with people, and that people focus more on creating content and engaging content. So that's one of the reasons that they're citing that they're getting rid of total like counts. But I think another reason they're getting rid of total like counts, and I couldn't find this documented anywhere, but it just kind of makes sense, especially if you've been paying attention to the message here from Expert Influencer Academy, and what I've been saying pretty much since April is that, these companies, these Fortune 500 companies and online marketing and people that are investing a lot of money on their social media platforms to make connections and grow their audiences and things like that, they are losing billions of dollars a year to fake influencers. Now, it's easy to buy likes, and it's easy to buy engagement, and it's easy to buy shares for your social media accounts. I mean, let's call it what it is. If you think it's not, then you're living under a rock. And, I'm even going to put my neck out there, and I'm going to say that, there is a good number of influencers, especially on platforms like Instagram, especially on platforms like Twitter, especially on platforms like Facebook business pages, that are inflating their like counts and inflating their popularity to get brand deals, right? So that they can get free stuff, so that they can get money, so that they can, charge people 20, 100, 2,000, $1,000 per post because they claim to have tens of thousands of followers. And guys, these companies are tired of losing money. And so the industry is really getting away from that. It's really getting to the point now where they want creative content. They want engagement. They want community building. They want people to produce content that's engaging. They want, entertaining, and that people genuinely like. And so these big companies are kind of pushing these social media platforms to get away from these metrics, these analytics, these like counts and things like that, so that they can, I don't know, so that they can legitimize the influencer industry. I know that in the countries, and you could look this up on social media today, I will put a link down in the comments to the full article where, there's influencers now that are losing 30% of their audience, reported 30% of their audience. They have another thing here. Another report, new report examines the impact of Instagram's hidden likes experiments on influencer engagement. And here it is. This week, influencer marketing platform Hype Auditor has released a study of content from more than 154,000 Instagram influencers, each whom have seen at least a 30% decrease of their following. So they are weeding out the bad apples, and you can't blame them. They're losing billions of dollars. It's time that the industry is waking up. It has been the fleecing of brands, the fleecing of companies, and it's their own fault for not understanding the platforms in which they're trying to have a presence on. It's from not taking the time, and it's from putting blind trust into people that are taking advantage of them. One of the biggest things that we see in our small business, in our social media management business, is that we have owners and we have CEOs and we have managers and these mom and pop shops, and they just tell us straight out, they don't have the time, they don't have the desire, and they don't have the know-how on how to get themselves online, but they know that they need to be there. So they rather pay somebody to do the work for them. And it's that mentality that has gotten the industry the bad reputation that it has. And it's that mentality that has gotten the industry to where we are today. So now these corporations are starting to fight back. They're putting tons of pressure politically, financially, on these social media companies, mainly Facebook and Google. I mean, those are the two that own most of them, and Twitter, to clean up their act, to regulate, to get in line, and don't let these fraudsters and these shamsters and these people run rampant on their social media platforms. Seems like they're really trying to blame other people for their monetary loss and their lack of responsibility for actually doing homework and trying to understand the platforms that they want to be on. So a lot of these people are getting taken to the bank. Did another video earlier where it's showing that for the first time, these governments and these court systems are starting to crack down on scammers. They're starting to crack down on shysters. There was a gentleman in South Florida, here where I'm located, where he was ordered to pay back $2.5 million in brand deal money that he basically lied to these companies and was able to get a payout of $2.5 million to reach these people and make these posts, and it just didn't come to fruition. So the industry is citing social health, peer pressure, and influencer scamming to get rid of these total like counts. But guys, that is okay, and it shouldn't phase you for any stretch of the means, because like I said, if you've been following Expert Influencer Academy, if you've watched any of our videos, you will know that we are the first, we are one of the ones to tell you that likes and things like that, followers and likes, don't matter. Those numbers can be manipulated. It is not a true representation of how your business performs. It is not a true representation of how your brand performs. As long as you are posting engaging, educational, and really empathetic content to genuinely help people, content to genuinely educate people, content that is useful, you're going to succeed. Your social media strategies and your advertisement strategies are going to succeed. Remember, the consumer has evolved. No one likes to be barked at. No one likes to be told to buy things over and over again. Today, it is all about presenting relevant, key, factual, and helpful information and letting the consumer decide on their own if they want to do business with your brand and your business. They have to come to that conclusion on their own, and you have to be the guide. Remember, you are not the hero in your story. You are the guide. And your job is to guide your consumer, to guide your customer along their journey, educate them, give them the tools, the resources, and the knowledge that they need in order to make an informed choice. So guys, it is really not clear what kind of impact this is going to have. The early reviews over the last few days, like I said, this just started rolling out, are very mixed. It seems like moms and dads of young kids like it because they take away the social peer pressures of trying to fit in with the Joneses. I guess we live in a world now where the government has to watch out for you. You're not capable of knowing what's good for you or not. So we have to have big brother and big sister to make sure that you are mentally healthy. And then we have the companies that are kind of vindicated, right? Because now they can keep closer tabs on influencers and kind of weed out injustice and fake scammers and things like that, and make sure that they're actually spending money with people and on platforms that are helping out for them. And then you have the people that are making and have continued and will continue and have been making good quality content that aren't really fazed about this at all. This is just it's just Tuesday. It's just another day. You know what I mean? So we're not going to know. We're going to have to give it like 6 months to see what's going on, to see what kind of impact this is going to have. You know, hopefully it's all good, but like everything else, it's probably going to be mixed. It's probably going to be good, and it's going to be negative. What do you guys think? Are you excited about these social media platforms getting rid of their total link count? Are you happy that they're trying to focus more on being creative, lessen the peer pressures of society, and guard businesses against making foolish investments ignorantly? Are you excited about that? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to start a conversation with you guys. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you like this, don't forget, check out our website, expertinfluenceracademy.com. We've got videos more videos like this. Our blog post lives there. And we have 2 courses that you can enjoy that kind of open your world up into the world of affiliate marketing and show you how you can get started on the internet, making money for yourself right now. That's expertinfluenceracademy.com. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you in the next video.